So I compiled a list of movies that I've been wanting to see for a long time, but I've been putting them off. The list that so far is 19 movies strong. I'm going to watch through all of them, so yeah, I'm not going to be very bored for a while. And I thought each time I watch one of them, I could do a little mini review like this, and I'll try to keep them nice and short, but I can't make any promises. So the first one I watched was Son of Frankenstein. It's an old black and white, late 30s horror film by Universal Studios. It's the sequel to Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, both of which were directed by James Whale and starred Boris Karloff as Frankenstein's monster. I loved both of those. I thought they were wonderfully atmospheric and yet sort of weird and quirky and slightly camp in a brilliantly unique way. Generally, I'm unenthusiastic about horror movie sequels because usually they're not that good, but I heard good things about Son of Frankenstein, so I thought I'll give it a look. It's got Basil Rathbone as Son of Frankenstein, Boris Karloff in his last performance as the creature, and Bela Lugosi as Igor, who was the hunchbacked assistant in that film. He had a bone sticking out of his neck, and he spoke like this, Igor's neck. Great. It was pretty good. Certainly entertaining. I like the fact that the whole Igor plot, like Bela Lugosi was fantastic as Igor, and it was a great sort of break away from, he's associated as Dracula, and it was not at all a Dracula type character, and I loved that about it. And I love the whole subplot that's almost like the plot of the story, really. It kind of almost feels like the whole Frankenstein aspect to it was like a last minute thought, like someone had written a script and they thought, oh, we could rehash this and make it a Frankenstein sequel. It was also nice to see like little things in it that had been spoofed in Young Frankenstein. I've seen Young Frankenstein, I loved it. There's little things like the darts scene that was referencing Son of Frankenstein, and Inspector Kemp with the fake arm is from that movie. So yeah, it was pretty good. I think it was probably the least compelling or scary version of Boris Karloff as the monster, I have to say. He was barely in it, and he was just sort of reduced to the kind of mindless zombie type, which is complete contradiction to the way he was in Bride of Frankenstein, because by then he could already speak. Yeah, and he just sort of plodded along, and he wore a wool vest or something like that. It looked kind of weird and stupid. I loved the way it was shot. The cinematography was great. Sharp angles, the use of the lighting and the shadows is very evocative of early German expressionism. Things like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari and Metropolis. So it looked gorgeous. And yeah, I would recommend it. So, Son of Frankenstein, worth the watch.